I think with the review that the Met have been doing over the last 2 years, I think we are closer to finding out what's happened just because more pieces of the jigsaw are filled in, and that's been an incredibly important aspect. But I think for Kate and I, until we actually find Madeleine or the person responsible, then we're still miles away.
But your feeling is what, on what you know as to her disappearance? What happened, do you think?
Well, we still don't know. All we know, she was taken from us, and it is difficult because when people say any closer, as Jerry said, I don't know what the step before knowing is. Until you've found her or the person who's taken her, how close are you? It's difficult.
And what's it been like these 6 years? As you said, it's the not knowing that gets you.
No, it is, and it's a horrible, confusing, uncomfortable situation to be in. I think as time's gone on, we've obviously got stronger, and you do adapt to living in that situation.
And the level of public support hasn't dropped. I mean, everybody's, in this country particularly, is very well aware of who Madeleine McCann is and her story. How much has that helped you personally?
Support has been tremendous, and it's ongoing, and I think it's hard to underestimate for a family who have been caught in a maelstrom in the public eye, just how much that support has actually helped us. And we get lots of mail still, and people stop you in the streets. Not so much where we live, where people are seeing you every day, but if you're travelling around, we get stopped and just a touch on the shoulder or something.
Incredible support, it really has.
Are you still looking to the public to help? I mean, at this distance, can they provide help? I mean, obviously there's someone who knows what happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, from our point of view, it's still about being vigilant for potential sightings, and when the Met are ready, when they feel it's time to ask for more information, then they'll do that in a proper public appeal.
Kate, you've been running the London Marathon for Missing People, a charity you support. Is this a really unique and horrible occurrence, or are other people losing children in this incredible unknown way?
I mean, I think there's hundreds of thousands of missing children. Obviously, the number of children who have been abducted by a stranger is a very small percentage of that. But certainly from the family's point of view, from the parents' point of view, that sense of loss and pain is shared by all. So it is a massive problem, although obviously stranger abduction, I know parental abduction is another, rare. It is rare.
And in terms of your family life, because you have twins, what's life been like for them the last 6 years? I mean, we understand that Madeleine is still very much a part of your family, and you talk about her openly to them.
Absolutely. Well, the twins, I think, from a distance, if you looked into our family, we just looked like any normal family. We were just with 2 kids there. Twins do everything that other 8-year-olds do, and they've been a tremendous source of pleasure and joy for us. But they're so adaptable, and it's just a matter of fact to them that they've grown up with their older sister missing. But we talk to them openly about what we're doing. They know why we're in London today. There's no subject off bounds for them. And
you've kept Madeleine very much part of your lives. I mean, you'll celebrate, it's probably the wrong word, but you'll mark her birthday with presents.
It's the right word, actually. Yeah. I mean, to us, obviously she should be here and we should be celebrating with her, but we still celebrate her and her being part of our life, And yes, there's photographs around the house, and there's a lot of memories of her, so she's very much alive in our house.
And what will you do to mark the day, which is on Friday?
I think we always find a birthday more difficult, if I'm honest. We don't have any major plans on Friday, although there's always a service in the village on the 3rd.
It's difficult. It marks the day she was taken, but it is, in many respects, just another day that she's missing. But
it's a marker of time more than anything.
Operation Grange is underway, the Metropolitan Police review of the case. Is that limited in terms of time, in terms of active involvement? Are you expecting a report at the end of it or something?
Well, the review is ongoing. We think they're doing a great job, and in some respects, because there was so much information, I get the feeling that the Met now feel that they're really just getting their teeth into it, and they can see all these lines of inquiry that need followed up. So as far as I understand, there's no timescale set, and it's as long as progress is being made, and we certainly feel, and the information we've been given, that they're making excellent progress.
And what about at the Portuguese end, where obviously there's been major problems in the past?
Sure.
Is that better?
Well, having the Met doing the investigative review has taken a tremendous amount of pressure off us, and they're liaising directly with the Portuguese authorities, and you know, they're working hard with the Portuguese authorities, and hopefully it will mean that we will find out what happened.
And Kate, how up to date are you kept with the ongoing investigation? Because you often hear families who are in your situation saying that they're just not being kept up to date enough, they're not being told enough information. But is this a unique case in terms of you being given information?
Well, obviously this is the review process, but our communication has been excellent, I think, and we are kept up to date. And if there's any questions we have, you know, we can contact them directly and they'll always come back to us, so we've been really pleased.
I don't think it's a special case from that point of view, though. Certainly what we've been told is the Met in particular have learnt from their past experiences with high profile cases, and the level of engagement for the families of, or the victims of serious crime is key.
And just finally, obviously we're approaching the summer holidays, families going away with their children. In terms of looking for Madeleine, I mean, when she first went missing, you saw posters of Madeleine in all the airports. Is that something that you still want to continue? What would you say to families going abroad this summer?
Definitely, I'd say, you know, we've had so much support and thank you, but please keep going. You know, please contact us. We'll send out lots of posters and stuff, you know, leave them around. You know, I think it's a reminder to everybody else, you know, and as you alluded to before, someone knows, and it's just not the people who are involved in the crime. Other people will know as well, or be strongly suspicious, and it just prompts people and pricks consciousness as well. So,
I suppose the key message is, if someone thinks they've seen Madeleine, is contact the police straight away.